Breathe in slowly and let your shoulders drop as if the day just set down its weight. You're here because a single word is ready to become a world. You don't need permission to begin. You need a decision to end the waiting. When I had nothing, I didn't speak like a beggar. I spoke like a verdict delivered from the end. The room didn't change first. I changed, and then the room remembered me. Isn't that what you've sensed all along? That reality is a mirror, and you are the first cause. This is not about forcing pictures in your mind. This is about assuming a state and letting language match it. Every sentence you speak from the end becomes flesh. Every tone you keep becomes your timeline. Tonight, I'll open one loop you won't forget. I'll give you a quiet, 24-hour proof you can test without telling anyone. Hold your breath gently for a count of 2 and feel your chest soften. Now exhale like you're placing a seal on the present moment. You were never designed to be ruled by doubt. You were designed to rule your inner atmosphere. How many times have you called doubt being realistic? And how many times did the mirror nod and deliver exactly that? Doubt isn't a thought you have. It's a costume you've been wearing. Take the costume off now, just for these next few breaths. Notice how much room there is without it. When you whisper, "I hope," you crucify, "I am." When you wait for the mirror, you forget you're the light. Do you hear the quieter voice beneath the noise? The one that never pleads, only declares. It doesn't shout. It doesn't ask for permission. It speaks from completion and lets the world arrange itself. That voice is the ground of your being. If you've ever wondered why techniques stop working, consider the one who's using them. Are you the doubter doing tools, or the decided one breathing truth? You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are being consistently when no one is watching. Who are you when the room is quiet? Who are you when the message doesn't arrive yet? That version is the architect of your life. That version is the tone your day obeys. So we change tone first, and form follows. We assume first, and facts harden later. Isn't it simpler to choose a state, then let details take their places? Why keep arguing with the mirror when you can adjust the face? You don't need more time. You need less contradiction. You don't need another sign. You need one steady identity right here. Place your feet flat, unclench your jaw, and lift your sternum a centimeter. Let your breath widen behind your ribs. Feel how authority doesn't strain. It settles. From this settled place, listen closely. Doubt survives by dialogue, so don't debate it. Reverse it at the root. Replace it with a stronger assumption, and feel that assumption occupy your body. What would the one who already has do with their shoulders? How would they stand at the sink, or check the door, or answer a text? A posture is your proof. A breath is your evidence. The law doesn't reward effort. The law reflects identity. Are you ready to practice identity without announcing it to anyone? Are you willing to be quietly inevitable? Here's the softest invitation you'll hear from me tonight. If this atmosphere steadies you, you can subscribe so you can return to it again. Once, then forget about it, and keep living from the end. Now we begin the daily consecration. You make your inner room holy by what you allow and what you refuse. No casual contradiction enters the temple. No small talk of lack rents space in your chest. Is that harsh, or is it relief? Isn't it easier to be consistent than to repair leaks all day? When the old phrases rise, "I can't afford," it's always tight. With my luck, see them for what they are. They're not observations, they're orders. If a sentence would wound your future, it's too expensive to say. If a tone would shrink your tomorrow, it doesn't get the microphone. Say less. Assume more. Speak only from the end. Walk only from completion. Every morning before your feet touch the floor, claim your seat. Not to get something, but to remain someone. Say less than you feel and feel more than you say. Containment is power. When night comes, let the last tone be fulfillment. Not noise, not scrolling, not analysis, just the feeling of already. Do you think you must feel fireworks to be faithful? No, you only need steadiness. Steadiness is the magnet. Steadiness is the bridge. You are not here to argue with invoices. You are here to declare identity and let the math remember you. When a bill arrives, unclench the stomach. When a notification doesn't, unclench the jaw. Can you remain unmoved while form rearranges? Can you be the climate that makes rain inevitable? Now, about the loop I opened, your 24-hour proof. We'll close it later, and you'll know exactly why it works. First, we prepare the vessel. Still body, steady breath, quiet eyes. You're not forcing feeling. You're removing interference. You're not conjuring belief. You're returning to the ground that was always there. If a stray thought knocks, let it keep walking. If a memory waves, let it pass like a boat downriver. Your task is not to win the mind. Your task is to occupy the state. Occupy the state, and the mind will adopt the furniture. Leave the state, and the mind will redecorate with doubt. Now ask a better question. What does already feel like in the body? It feels like the jaw unclenched. It feels like the exhale that lands. It feels like your eyes softening at the edges. It feels like a quiet of course behind the heart. Let that of course spread through your ribs like warm light. Let it settle into your legs like a root. From here, inner speech becomes law. Inner speech is not chatter. It's the creative decree. If you ever wonder what you've been assuming, look around. The printout is faithful. We don't fight the printout. We change the file. Tonight, you'll install a file that cannot be corrupted by checking. You'll install it with one clear sentence carried by feeling, but not yet. First, feel the room inside you get larger by an inch. Take that space. It is yours to steward. Money's not your master. Numbers are not your judge. You are not waiting on digits to bless you. Digits are waiting on you to define tone. What's easier to maintain? A single tone or 1,000 tactics? Choose the tone, choose it now lightly. Choose it again in 20 breaths. The law is not slow, only our returning is inconsistent. What if you simply stopped leaving? What if you became hard to tempt? Here's the hinge you came for. One sentence, spoken once, sealed with silence. Say it as a verdict, not a wish. Say it as a chair you sit in, not a train you chase. I am already provided for. Let it fall through you like a key, dropping into a deep well. Don't repeat it to fight doubt. Repeat it only to remain in ease. Can you feel the nervous system release one notch when you say it? Can you feel the shoulders lower without asking permission? That is state. State outranks storyline. When the old self asks, but how? Answer with posture, not paragraphs. Stand in the sentence. When the old habit wants to check, answer with breath, not screens. Breathe in already. Breathe out, of course. You don't owe anyone your process. You owe your future your containment. Keep the sacred words off casual tongues. Guard your decree like a crown. Now we close the 24-hour loop I opened. Here's the quiet proof. Before you sleep tonight with the room dim and your body soft, speak once. I am already provided for. Then feel a single ordinary moment that would naturally follow if it were already true. Maybe it's the calm of brewing coffee without a mental ledger. Maybe it's opening a message and nodding instead of gasping. Keep the scene short and sensory. Keep the feeling steady and gentle. If no picture comes, rest in the feeling alone. Feeling is the substance. Picture is optional. And do nothing but sleep as the one who has. No second try, no extra push, no midnight check. Tomorrow say nothing about it to anyone. Walk as if the scene was a memory, not a wish. If a small sign arrives, whisper thank you and keep walking. If nothing obvious arrives, keep the climate and keep walking. Either way, the bridge is building under quiet feet. Either way, you didn't leave the state to go look for it. This is your proof, not because the world jumps on command, but because you discover you can stay. Staying is the miracle. Staying is the skill. Do you see why this can't be loud? Quiet makes it sturdy. Quiet makes it inevitable. Quiet makes you the place outcomes report to. From here, refined speech like a craftsman sharpens a blade. No frayed edges. No half jokes about lack. No rehearsals of delay. If a friend complains about money, you don't correct them. You simply don't join the choir. Not out of pride, out of stewardship. Your inner room is clean now. Keep it that way. When the body tries to sprint, slow the step. When the mind tries to argue, return to breath. Isn't it simpler to live from done than to chase done? Isn't it easier to remember than to convince? Every morning, place your spine like a standard in the ground. Every night, lay your head inside your own decree. Say the sentence once with feeling. Guard it with silence like a gardener protects a seed. You wouldn't dig up a seed to check roots. You would water the soil and trust the law. Water here is your tone. Trust here is your posture. The law is mechanical and merciful. It mirrors without malice. So we offer it something stable to mirror. We offer it a home frequency to obey. Your hands may still do work. Your voice may still say yes or no to opportunities. But then notice the difference. The work flows from identity, not toward it. The yes is calm. The no is clear. Opportunities respond to settled people. Resources prefer containers that don't leak. Containment isn't contraction. Containment is charisma with a lid. It builds pressure in the right direction. It keeps warmth where it belongs. Let your inner speech become dignified. Let your movements carry an easy inevitability. If you catch yourself waiting, you've stepped outside. If you catch yourself rushing, you've believed the mirror. Return. Sit back inside your word. I am already provided for. Feel how it changes the weight of your arms and the pace of your eyes. Let your chest be a quiet bell. Let your feet move like you're already on the bridge, because you are. If anyone asks what you're doing differently, smile kindly. Tell them you're practicing steadiness. If your screen stays quiet for a day, keep the climate. If your screen lights up, keep the climate. Either way, you don't outsource your weather to clouds. Either way, the ground stays warm. Have you noticed how you breathe when you're safe? That's the breath we keep. Have you noticed how your shoulders sit when something is settled? That's the shoulder we wear. Safety is a state before it's a circumstance. Provision is an identity before it's a deposit. You are not playing pretend. You are remembering source. Source doesn't wonder if it's enough. Source doesn't chase its own river. Let that simplicity govern your day. Let that certainty edit your sentences. No one needs to see your notes. They can read your calm. No one needs to hear your plans. They can hear your tone. When small proof appears, don't perform gratitude. Let gratitude be the native air. When old fear returns, don't fight it. Let it pass through a door that's no longer your size. You're not the doubter learning techniques. You're the decided one building atmosphere. Can you feel the difference in your back? Can you feel the difference in your face? This is the point where people usually ask for timelines. This is the point where we refuse to trade steadiness for speed. Speed comes as a byproduct of stillness. Bridges rise faster under quiet feet. So keep the loop closed by refusing to check the loop. Keep the proof pure by letting time do what it does best. Submit to tone. You won't need to tell anyone what happened. They'll feel it in the way you walk into rooms. They'll sense it in the pause between your words. They'll see it in what you no longer explain. You will stop asking, is it working? You will start assuming, of course it is. That assumption is the crown. Wear it without wobbling. As we draw this arc toward seal, breathe one more rooted breath. Feel the floor hold you like a promise. You are not waiting to become the one who has. You are the one who no longer leaves. From now on, let your yes be clean and your no be kind. Let your calendar reflect your clarity. Stop making room for what contradicts you. Stop apologizing for what completes you. If you ever forget, the path home is one sentence wide. It is one posture deep. I am already provided for. Say it once. Seal it with silence. Walk as if the ground heard you and agreed. You don't need to measure the mirror to know you're shining. You only need to keep the bulb warm. This is your final embodiment cue for tonight. Place your hand over your sternum and feel the steady animal of your breath. Lower the shoulders as if you've just placed a crown. Not heavy, just present. Let the corners of your eyes soften. Let your jaw unhook by a hair. Feel the quiet authority settle behind your navel. Feel the word become weight. You are not hoping. You are hosting. You are not chasing. You are choosing. You are not waiting. You are walking. And the world is remembering you with every step. And the mirror is clearing with every exhale. If you wish to mark this moment without breaking your silence, do it inside your chest. Let your breath be the signature. When you're ready, carry one sentence like a seed in your pocket. Touch it with attention, not with worry. I am already provided for. That's the whole room. When the mind tries to inventory proof, inventory posture. When the hours try to rush you, slow your exhale until time obeys. The scene does not crown you, your state does. The digits do not bless you, your decree does. You've stepped across a boundary you can't unlearn. Steadiness tastes different now. Let it be ordinary, not dramatic. Let it be daily, not rare. Stand up when you're ready and carry this like good weight. Sit down when you need and keep the flame low and bright. Either way, remain. Either way, remember. Type wealth unlocked. Then close your eyes and let the room match you. And if you ever need to return, don't wait for a sign. Return to the sentence, the breath, the posture. Return to the one who never left. Return to the I am that always provides. Now go in quiet, walk in completion. Let your life do the telling. Let your silence do the commanding. I am already provided for, and it is enough.